Okay, are we finally done with the bullshit? What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Am I the asshole? Am I overreacting? Sorry. My girlfriend invited an ex fling out for drinks. Well, that's red flag. Okay, you leave. That's it. That's it. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. That is there anything else that needs to be said? It's open and closed. That's it. Your girlfriend invited an old boyfriend out for drinks? Nah, buddy. That's not the life you want to be living. You don't. That's not the life you want to be living. Then you turn around and find out, shorty, then this ex fling was much more than just an ex fling, and they've been together for 14 years. Come on now. Come on now. My girlfriend, 24, and I, 23. That's so much better. That is so much better. Like just that little bit, my girlfriend, 24, and I, 23, instead of the other way that they put it, that confuses the hell out of me all the time. Have been dating for 2 years. Everything is perfect. No, it can't be if she invite X for drinks. Everything is perfect. We live together, get along very well, and have good chemistry. She has an old coworker, we'll call Tom, that she went on a few dates with before we got together, and they never had sex, but I know they fooled around a bit. I wish I had the button, the shortcut that puts my face in full screen. Anybody believe in that bullshit? Listening to this? Anyone believing that bullshit watching this video right here? Anyone? Mm-hmm. About 6 months ago, Tom texted her and she had a brief conversation with him. It was just basic pleasantries, but I explained to her that I don't think she needs to be talking to him in the first place. A few months after that, he had called her a handful of times and left voicemails. He became an insurance agent, so it seemed like he was just calling to discuss work and insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Tom is, yeah, all right, Though do you guys remember those commercials where it was like, "What's your name, Tom? What are you wearing?" And it was those commercials where it's like the person on the other end thinks that the person's cheating. This is that. This is the opposite ending of that. This is the Pornhub edition version of that, where it's actually fucking true. She never spoke to him on the phone, but she didn't want to block him. Another month after that, Tom texted her again and they had a brief conversation catching up. I told her that I felt there was no need to text them since it made me uncomfortable and she was essentially choosing his feelings over mine. She had finally agreed to block him. Then, about a month after that, she went behind my back and unblocked him. Man, fuck this hoe, bro. What are you doing? Like, this is just basic respect. This is just basic respect. She does not respect him. She does not respect you. He has a back door to her back door while she's coming home at 2:30 through the back door. Why even bother with the why put yourself I mean, I get it. You're 20 24. No, 24 is old enough to have respect for yourself. Shit, 16's old enough to have respect for yourself. Am I maybe I'm just too harsh. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to gaslight myself and be softer. Tom texted her again and they had a brief conversation catching up. I told her that I felt there was no need to text him. She finally blocked him. Well, then about a month after that, she went behind my back and unblocked him and proceeded to text him more. It was still basic conversation, just catching up, no emotional cheating or flirting. Bro, no one believe that shit. Through all of the texting, she never mentioned me or being in a relationship. I found out because she went for drinks with a friend and I was on her iPad when I saw Tom texted her. I looked at the conversation and saw she had been talking to him for a week prior, and that night she invited him out to drinks. Looking at all the texts, it seems like she invited Tom first, but he didn't respond right away. So she invited her friend. Then when he responded, she offered to have him join them at a bar. Yeah, homeboy infiltrated all the defense. Okay. Typically, when you're with somebody, you gotta look at it like what's that anime Evangelion where you have the AT fields and you have the aliens trying to break through the AT fields. Your AT fields is defenses, right? Your girlfriend has AT fields, you have AT fields. Now, here's the deal. A good person always has his guards up because there's always going to be an individual that sees that you're in a relationship and they're going to want to get through your AT field, right? You can't let them get through that Kevlar, that AT. You can't let them get through your shielding. And it makes it even easier when the opposite person It's not doing anything. So when you're in a relationship, you can't just let your partner take all that damage on their AT field by themselves. But here's the deal: when your partner AT field is purposely down, there ain't shit you can do. In this situation, right? Follow me on this. In this situation, if she's taking off her armor and letting this man penetrate consistently, you can't defend her. There's no point in this. I broke up with a chick in high school because of this shit. Even though we weren't even technically together. She liked me. I liked her. I wanted to be with her. She claimed to wanted to be with me, but whenever any other guys flirted with her, she was very passive about it. And I just was like, I don't want to be around this shit. I knew that at a young age. So why can't you figure this out? You letting man Tom is penetrating all kinds of ways. And here's the deal: the reason why you didn't catch her cheating is because she's not stupid. Just like how she's not stupid that she unblocked him after blocking him after you told her not to. Just like she's talking to a fling after being with you. She know what she doing. She playing you like a fucking fiddle. She's not innocent in any of this. In any of this woman is not innocent. She knows exactly what she's doing. You think that it's so hard for a girl to just sit there, not mention you, and also not flirt because she knows that there might be a possibility that you see it? It's not that fucking hard. It's not hard. It's not hard to do such. I called her and told her what I found out. She immediately came home and tried lying to me and gaslighting me into thinking they were old texts. So she immediately came home. So I'd have kicked her out. We should normalize that, bro. Normalize kicking cheating people out of wherever that they are. If it is your place and they're coming over, you take their shit, you pack it up, and you tell them to dip. Don't come back. I don't want to hear nothing, no nothing. The only way to be forgiven, the person would have to literally explain step by step why you are wrong in this situation. No gaslighting. I'm talking putting your mind at ease. In this situation, all the things that we have been going through on this channel, there's no coming back from the bullshit that they do. Like, understand, for protection, for companionship, I don't mind a person spying or going through somebody's phone. Don't get me wrong, if it gets excessive, that's one thing. But if a person has reason to believe that you're cheating and they demand your loyalty from time to time to make sure you're on your toes and you get offended by that, then you're not ready for a relationship. Oh, well, you should trust me. Listen, the heart wants what the heart wants, but we need to think too. That goes for guys and girls. If a guy, listen, if I'm asking for a woman's loyalty, I'm asking for her companionship. I'm asking for her to hold it down and all of these things, that everything is fine. And from time to time, even if she's joking, she says, let me see your phone. I should be like, sure, here. I may fight a little bit, but here, sure. You know what I'm saying? People who do that, again, they're not ready for relationships. That's just how I look at it. And vice versa. If a guy says, let me see your phone, and she sits there and she got passwords, nah, buddy. Mm-mm. Not worth it. I called her when I found what I found. I told her what I found out. She immediately came home and tried to lying to me and gaslighting me into thinking they were old texts or that there was a glitch. But after a couple of hours, she eventually told me the truth. Yeah, because she was fucking playing you the entire time for a sucker. For a sucker. Even if she didn't have sex, the fact of the matter that she's doing all of this just shows she does not respect personal boundaries or nothing with you. That's really what it is. And I guarantee you, when you leave, because you should leave, Tom is going to be up in them guts. She insisted that she was just using him to feel more confident and attractive. So you mean to tell me she wasn't flirting? She wasn't cheating? She was just using somebody for her attention? How old? She's 23. She still got, technically, they say that once a woman turns 30, her biological clock stops and she goes batshit insane. She still got 7 good years, six good years, 16 days, 4 good years in her. 17 days, 3 days. She got 3 good days left in her before she hits the wall. Like, what does she need? Yo, women act like fucking flowers, bro. And the one day they don't get that water and sunlight, they up and die like immediately. Like some women, bro, that shit is crazy. Um, she insisted that she was just using him to feel more confident and attractive, and that she wasn't going to do anything besides meet for a drink. And then a drink turned into touching, and touching turned into heavy petting, and the next thing you know, she's sucking him off in the bathroom. and her friend is watching out for her. This completely blindsided me and is not like her at all. How do you know what she's like? You only known her for 2 years. How do you know what she's like? You said everything was perfect. Everything that we just read from this thing is not fucking perfect, buddy. What do you talk about? I know she technically didn't cheat on me. Yes, she did. What are you talking about? I know she didn't technically cheat on me. And the texts weren't very you know what? This beta deserves everything that's coming to him. I know she technically didn't cheat on me, and the texts weren't very flirtatious, but I also don't know what would have happened if I didn't find out and stop her from meeting up with him. So if you're not sure what would have happened, so then in your head, you know that there's a possibility he would have been up in them guts. You know he would have been up in them guts just from the fact of the matter that they messed around in the past. You know he would have been up in them guts because she blocked him, then unblocked him, then she invited him for drinks, so she wants him around. What do you, fuck it, man. You know the answer to this and you know what needs to be done. Literally, what the fuck? Eddie, he's gonna be getting away, he's gonna be getting every form of gaslighting fit, sure. And it might work because I can't find any self-respect in his post. He doesn't have any. This is the craziest thing. Listen, it's very crazy to me when you read these kind of things and you hear these individuals who are asking what should they be doing because they know what they should be doing. The only time that we should ever accept this type of weak minded behavior is from individuals who have been sheltered, individuals who are just now experiencing this. Like the last video I did with a young guy who it was his first girlfriend and she went off to college and now she's probably fucking and sucking all the boys in the dorm and she completely just fucking put him on the back burner, just disrespected him. She won't even talk to him anymore after like 3 months. That's expected. That's understandable. It's one thing to not know and get blindsided. It's another thing to have all of the evidence in front of you and to sit there, know you're being gaslit, know you're being lied to, know you're being played, and to sit there and still say, oh, I don't really understand what's happening. I'm not sure. Red flag wanting to get confidence and feel attracted from another man. She's clearly in the wrong and she lied and gaslit you over it. She did not confess but got caught. If you ignore all of these things, then it will only get worse because she got away with it. And she'll use this as a learning experience to get sneakier. You are not at all. She's showing interest in another guy basically. I'm getting intent to cheat here, which is just as bad as cheating. Dude, this is not something you can prevent. And you also don't want to be looking over your shoulder every time she goes out. Final assessment, you need to return her to the streets. See you at the gym. Yeah, you too weak as a man, bro. As a woman, just walk away. She doesn't see any future with you. I know she didn't technically cheat on me. Bullshit. That was 100% cheating. Ask yourself, do you trust her now? I think not. How can the hell can you after all of that? You can't undo what she did to you in your relationship. It takes time to build trust in a relationship, but it takes mega time and effort to rebuild it once it's broken. And it's 100% on the one who broke it to repair it. Assuming the one wronged is willing to let the other try. It can happen, but the odds are stacked against you. Good luck. Ah, fuck that. How many lies does she have to tell you, or how many times should she meet this guy before you realize she's going to fuck him and cuck you? She's not going to stop. She's going to get clever. She's just going to get clever. She's already doing it. You're not overreacting. Whether or not she's physically cheating isn't the point. She's sharing her time with someone else to try to get feelings that should be between you two. That's not right. And now that you know this is happening, it really doesn't matter how far she's gone. If she's bothering you with this much now, it is not going to get easier later. Save yourself from a lifetime of doubting and rethinking. Let's go to controversial because that's a tradition here. Controversial. True. She technically didn't cheat on you, but we both know that if you hadn't said anything, it would have just been a matter of time. Negative. Like, oh, what freaking planet did she technically not cheat? She went behind the original poster's back, um, to chat with an old flame, then arranged a date with him, then tried to gaslight him when he found out about it. She's a snake with tits and needs treating accordingly. Once a cheat, always a cheat, whether technically or not. Like I said, the people can cheaters salvage a relationship? Yes. But it's gonna get worse and harder in this day and age of convenience where everyone is just it's seen for a lot of people as cheating is not a bad thing. It Humans make mistakes, but not everybody should be forgiven. And for you to forgive somebody who cheats on you, you got to make sure that you forgive them for the right reasons and not because you're desperate. And when that person forgives you, like, man, I don't even know what to say about that. Here's the thing though. You don't know if she physically cheated or not. I say it's time to start looking for another woman. Maybe keep her on the hook and use her while you look for someone else. That's what she's been doing to you. Bro, she's gonna suck the skin off his tiny cock and you didn't say anything. She's not yours. It's just your turn. If the sex is worthwhile, I will continue with it while I'm seeking other arrangements for myself. When you find other arrangements, you can say, sorry, I found someone else, or you can keep her as a backup. That's actually pretty smart, right? It's fucked up to look at it like that, but listen, if she's good at sex, but she did you dirty, you know what I'm saying? You just know she's a slut, and you just don't. She's not girlfriend material, and you move the fuck on. But when you horny, you go fuck. Be an adult about it. We're adults, right? Thank you for your cervix. The fuck? She's taken a dick at least once, bro. I hope you've been. I hope you haven't been eating it. Oh my god, ew, man. Ew, ew. You're way too young to settle for this. You know. I stopped reading. The moment you think you have the right to tell another person there's no need to talk to him, you should have already broken up. That's some controlling shit. Leave your girlfriend and let her find someone who doesn't believe they have the right to shut the fuck up. You fucking beta orbital male. Holy shit. Holy shit. Whether she cheated or didn't cheat, you can't tell your partner there's no need to talk. See, and this is the thing. Communication is key in any relationship. Relationships is a negotiation. If you tell somebody something and you if you tell somebody something, at least you tried to communicate. Without communication, what's the fucking point of even being around a person? What's the point of being in a relationship if you're not communicating? You can communicate any fucking thing of what your boundaries is. If somebody says to somebody else, I don't like this, whether it's a boy or a girl, that's fine. The whole gaslighting, oh, you're being controlling, that's the excuse that the ones who are doing the abusing, the manipulators love to use. You're controlling me. And then she goes to a party. Again, check out my very first Don't Save Her video, where there was a woman who told her husband, you're being very controlling. And she used to always say this to him whenever he told her, I don't want you to do a certain thing. He said, don't go to a party because I'm not going to be there. She said, you're being controlling. She went to the party anyway. And she came back immediately. Well, not immediately, but she came back crying and hollering and all of this shit. Apparently, she claimed that she was raped at the party. But come find out, and this is just me. She claimed that she was raped at the party or whatever like that, but come find out she was seeing the host of the party for 6 months. I believe it was 6 months behind the husband's back. And so it just makes me think, so she went to a party of a person she was having an affair with, and then she got raped. Nope, sounds like she got gang banged and realized the gig was up and somebody was gonna reveal the secret. That's what it sounds like to me. Check out that video. But the funniest thing is, I'm not gonna spoil the video. You need to check it out. This is number 19 or 20 of Don't Save Her. There's 20 videos of this, guys. Get into it. You got a backlog. Pretty basic boundary, to be honest. Hey, it makes me uncomfortable when you talk to that guy that you used to hook up with. Kind of fucking lame of her to keep talking to him. Why the fuck would you try to put this on OP? Because some people are just sick individuals, bro. Just dump her. She's clearly into him and deceitful to you. You gave her every opportunity to ditch this guy. You stopped her this time. You know what? That's going to be the title. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'll catch you next time. Peace. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for around 2 to 3 months, and recently I met another guy. I had no intentions of actually liking this guy, and I only wanted to be friends. He's very funny and makes me feel good about myself. Oh no. I love my boyfriend and all, but this other guy makes me so happy. My boyfriend doesn't really like cheaters, and loyalty is a very important thing to him, but I don't think what I'm doing counts as cheating. I only talk to the other guy like he's a friend and nothing more, even though the other guy wants to have something more. Yo, I know he knows I have a boyfriend and respects that. I love both of them. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is this? I love both of them, but the other guy just makes me much happier than my boyfriend does. Yo, ain't no way.